Happy Monday. Hope it's going well for you. I've got Estefania for the Women's Resource Society with me. Welcome back once again.
Yes, hello again.
Well, listen, we're seeing more and more of you over the past couple of weeks, and that's because coming up this Friday, March the 6th, we're going to be doing a radiothon for the Women's Resource Society, specifically for Skye's Place. Now, really quickly, what is Skye's Place? What does it do for the community?
Skye's Place is one of the multiple programs we have at the Women's Resource Society, and is specifically designed to provide safe housing up to 2 years for women and their kids living abuse.
And when we're talking about Skye's Place, we kind of casually dropped that the operational budget for it last year alone was about $400,000.
Yes.
Seems like a lot, but you've broken down the numbers a little bit more for us so we get a bit more of an understanding as to where that money went, where it needs to come from, and why we're doing a radiothon to try to help fund this. So I'll let you take it away from there.
Yeah, so Skye's Place has 12 houses, and right now we have 57 people living there between moms and their kids.
Yeah.
So what I did was let's taking the operational budget and divide it per person per day, and roughly is $23 a day per person. That's what your donation will cover is like, the cost of having Skye's Place, of having staff there, of paying utilities, of fixing the units anytime we have to do it, of having someone 24/7 on call.
When we're talking about having staff there, I think it's important to mention as well that it's not like you get to hang out at Skye's Place and watch Netflix all day. Give me an example of one of the staff members that you would have on site, on call, on service.
So we have the Skye's Place coordinator. She is a counselor. She has a trauma-informed approach specifically for the women and their kids, and she provides one-on-one counseling. She provides group therapy as well through art, through gardening. Every year, we apply for a grant to have summer students. So far, we've been having 2 summer students that works on site with her and provide more activities for the people living there. We also have a Northern Health team that they work from the Women's Resource, but they go every week to provide also services for the moms and their kids. So the counselor, specifically the Skye's Place coordinator, she has an office in there. And her office, that's where she provides the therapy and the sessions. Yeah.
So we're talking about this person being available pretty well at all times, right? You never know when anxiety, when depression is going to take over. Unfortunately, it's not a 9-to-5 thing. I can tell you firsthand. So to have someone like that on retainer, basically there at all times for availability, also not cheap, right?
Yes.
But again, we're talking about families that are at risk of those types of panic attacks and problems as well. Now, it's not just those. Do we want to bring up the fact that like we have to replace a roof every now and then, which, as it turns out, more than like $50-$60?
Yes, we recently replaced the roofs and the furnaces. So that was a big expense we had a couple of years ago. We now need to change windows. They're not airtight anymore.
Yeah.
That means that the heating increases. For the residents have to pay more their bills.
Yes.
So just changing windows, it's more than $150,000. We need to replace kitchens as well. The buildings are 25 years by now, 25-year-old now. So those are things that they might not seem urgent, but if we don't start getting all that money, it might become a moment that,
So that's why, and we've kind of been saying, you and I have been saying, our goal of $45,000 might seem lofty, but it is a literal drop in the bucket. I mean, it was just barely, I guess, 10% of the operating budget for last year. So we're not putting this radiothon together to completely fund this for the next couple of years and windows and et cetera, et cetera. We're putting this together for 2 things. One, yes, to help cover some of the costs, but 2, I think knowledge and education as well, because the more that we talk, the more I know I learn. I can't imagine there are many people in the community that will go, Skye's place, right, that cost us $400,000 last year. Like, that's not common knowledge.
No.
So the more we spread this information, the more likely we are to be able to find help partners. If somebody's out there and wants to donate a ton of windows, hey, I know where you could donate them. But that's kind of the point, right? Is we're taking cash, credit, debit, all those things, but also food.
Yes. Also, the moms and the kids that live at Skye's place, they access other services like the outreach store. So they come to the store and they grab food items, hygiene products, clothing. Yeah. And, well, the store itself receives more than 15,000 visits per year, just the store. So we're in constant need of food, basically. And right now, of gloves. That's something that we're missing.
So when we have a couple of partners, right? Yes. Beam Credit Union is one. And
Urban Systems.
Thank you. I'm so sorry to Urban Systems. I swear. You're written down on our paper. It's just behind me here. Urban Systems and Beam Credit Union taking food donations. We're asking for monetary donations at Festival Plaza. And then if you would like to donate any clothes, that has to go to the
store. Yes. Yeah. Because we have people there who is in the capacity of organizing everything. But the Beam Credit Union and Urban Systems, they're just giving us their space to receive some donation. They won't have staff there to sort all the things.
So, and we're essentially trying to make this as easy as possible. If you're out there and you happen to need the credit union or you happen to need Urban Systems, you're headed towards that side of town. You don't want to come in to Festival Plaza, into the shelter. There are different places that you can drop off.
Yes.
But again, clothing, please bring that back to the shelter. Are we missing anything else, Estefania, besides the fact that we are 4 days away from the big day itself?
Yeah, we talk a lot about the money, but there are things that you cannot put a price tag on.
Yeah.
And things are like when we provide, well, I say we as a women's resource because I'm not a counselor, when the kids receive counseling and they learn to face the trauma because violence causes trauma. And,
yes.
When they learn to face that, their behavior change. So we have seen results like the kid who used to be the problem kid at school is like, no, he was not a problem kid. He was just a kid who didn't know how to deal with his emotions.
Yeah.
So now he's receiving the attention that he needs or she deserve, and they are changing the way they behave at school. They're learning to express their feelings better. So this impacts not only the kids that live there, it's also at the schools and everyone who surrounds them.
The rest of the community as well,
yeah.
Right? It's not about picking up one or two. It's about lifting the community as a whole, making sure that we are working together for the same goal, that's safe, affordable housing for those in need. Estefania, thank you so much for dropping by. As always, an absolute pleasure to see you. I think we'll be chatting once or twice more before Friday.
Before Friday.
And then Friday is the big day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Festival Plaza. We're inviting everybody down. It's going to be great. We'll see you then.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421 10th Street.